call your attention for some security and safety reminders. It's time to experience a new world with Oppo, from the darkness to the light. Joining Oppo this afternoon is our host, Miss Gretchen Hall.
Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry for that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you're all having a splendid Wednesday so far, because we are about to unveil something brilliant, something dazzling, and something new. Once again, my name is Gretchen Ho. Thank you so much, Oppo Philippines, for having me here once again, especially with that grand entrance. And we are about to launch something grand today. That is why we are with our friends from the media, our Oppo partners and distributors. A warm welcome to all of you. A round of applause, please, for being here today. This is a very, very special, momentous occasion. Now, Oppo brings us to today and that edge that we all need. A new smartphone powerhouse that creates beautiful photos, keeps us connected with everyone, and gets us through moments. And speaking of those moments, I know you've all been taking your photos a while ago in our gallery, so please don't forget to post them with our hashtags, official hashtags for today, which are hashtag Oppo F11 Pro, hashtag Shining in the Dark, and hashtag Brilliant Portrait. Now let's wait no further to officially welcome us to today's event. Let's all welcome and give a big round of applause for the CEO of Oppo Philippines himself, Mr. Damon Huang.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great pleasure to have all of you here to celebrate our first launch this year. Without you, we can't achieve today's success. In the past 5 years, I have seen the industry getting competitive. Customers care more about brand and service. All of this motivates us to do better, always do better, always be young, be pioneering. This is Oppo. In the next 5 years, I believe more dealers and partners will go with Oppo. More media friends, customers will know and love Oppo. And Oppo is striving to be the most popular smartphone brand in the Philippines. Thank you all again for attending our launch. We can't wait to bring the newest F11 series. I hope everyone can enjoy it today. Enjoy our day. Thank you.
Once again, the CEO of Oppo Philippines, Mr. Damon Huang. Thank you very much. And as we can all see, whenever it comes to Oppo, it's all about the experience. And what we have here today, this whole setup, is very, very special. And I'm excited because Oppo is about to give us that experience, which only comes exclusive and only from Oppo. And to share with us all about that, let's all welcome the Vice President of Marketing of Oppo Philippines, the very beautiful Miss Jane Wan.
Magandang araw. It's really nice meeting you again, my friends. And thank you for coming to join us for the first product launch this year. I'm J1, and today we will bring you the latest F series. Last year, 2018, is not easy for the whole industry of mobile phone. According to the data from IDC, the total shipments dropped 4.1% year over year last year. However, despite the overall sluggish market, Oppo maintained a very steady growth. According to the data from Canalys, our shipment increased more than 38.6%. 38.6%. Amazing, right? And here in the Philippines, we achieved our success with more than 24% market share. With all your support, with all your trust, 24%. Please give a... Every growth happens for a reason. So what's the reason? I believe the reason is that Oppo really takes into heart at every Filipino's demands when they consider a phone. It was a big year for us in 2018. We were so determined in fully expanding into the premier market with Find X and R70 Pro. The Find X taps the top-tier market with the most innovative technology and design. And the R70 Pro, with ultralight model and the super VOOC charging, it's perfect for the young generations to embrace their life, to seize the night for them. What about the A series? A series is the first choice for whoever wants to find a good feature phone with a good price. If you have limited budget, go for the A series of Oppo. So what about the F series? F series is the choice serve the brightest range of customers. And you know that the top celebrities, influencers endorse it. People know it and love it. We call it self-experts. So with the full range of products, now we are able to take care of all types of customers. With different budgets, with different features, we have the choice for you. We at Oppo never stop our innovations, our way of innovation. So now I want to name a few firsts of last year we introduced. You will see we have the first 50 watts, no wattage, super fast charging. That's super VOOC, the technology we developed by ourselves. And we also have the world's first double track periscope structure. We also have the first Android phone in the world that's equipped with 3D structured light. And we also have we are the first company that developed and launched a 10-time lossless room camera. We also are among the first to launch 5G phones. And I believe that our efforts in pioneering the 5G 3D video calls has accelerated the 5G revolution in the industry. And 2019 actually marks the 10th year for Oppo into the international market. And here in the Philippines, it also marks our 5th year. Thank you all that, we bring ourselves here, but you love us. So this is our 5th year. Please give us applause. Thank you. Okay, this is not the end of my speech. Looking ahead, we believe that opportunities and challenges always there. So this year, we will invest more than $1.43 billion in development and research. $1.43 billion. We will more focus on 2 areas. The first one will be 5G. 5G now is really a popular word. And it also can help us to enjoy more in the future. So we believe that we will be among the first to launch our 5G phones in the industry. The second is IoT, Internet of Things, that we will focus on developing the intelligent mobile devices BU to have our own smart wristwatches and smart earphones. Okay, now let's on to the highlight of this evening. I believe that you will everyone here familiar with this series. That's the F series. Since the launch of F series in the 2016, we really built legendary sales with all your support, our dear friends, media friends, our partners. So if you recall, 2016, the beginning of that year, we launched F1. Later that year, we launched F1S. They are both called self-experts, the first generation of self-experts. And 2017, we launched F3. It's also the first Oppo phone that have the dual selfie camera. If you remember that, you can take a groovy just in a phone. I still remember that since that time. I have a friend, a very famous friend, but I cannot mention his name. Since he's using the F3 Plus, he's super rich. He may watch this, huh? But he keep asking me whenever we launch new phone, is that with the wide-angle selfie camera? So you see how loyal our customer is. And also later that year, we launched F5. F5 is the next generation that with the camera that we call it AI beauty recognition technology to capture the real you. And also we launched F7 in 2018. We introduced the AI power selfie and with a full screen, the launch, do you still remember? And also we launched F9. F9 have a very famous slogan, 5 minutes charge to our talk. That's the Vogue flash charge. So you will see from F1 to F9, the whole F series has needed a selfie fashion since that time. And also it's not just in the Philippines, but also worldwide. You know, since we launched F1, there are other brands, they come out with the selfie phones. So we're so happy we need their trend. But today, here, we want to bring something new. We want to announce that from this moment, Oppo F series is no longer, it's just not just a self-expert. We will shift from self-expert to brilliant portrait. Brilliant portrait not just to highlight the product features, but also for people, for young customers to use portraits to tell their stories. You know, it's said that the one portrait is worth 1,000 words, simply because a portrait is more powerful than selfies. The brilliant portrait is really to help you tell your story. And actually, this time we invite our endorser, Julia, and 6 other influencers to take brilliant portrait with F11 Pro in the no night. So you will see that all the pictures, 7 people. Amazing, right? So clear, so brilliant, so dazzle. Actually, I want to say the no night, when we say take brilliant portrait in no night, there are 2 key parts of the words, brilliant portrait and no night. Actually, no night metaphors dark moments in our lives. I believe probably everyone has been there, the dark moments. But how you gone through it? When we invite our endorsers and influencers to tell their stories, look at their face. They want to tell us dark moments can motivate us to get stronger, and they can turn out to be brilliant portrait. Maybe we can conclude like that. The darker the moment, the brighter you shine. The darker moment, the brighter you shine. That's for the brilliant portraits, that's for F11 Pro. So it's time now for all of us to get to know more about F11 Pro. Thank you. Salamat.
and gentlemen, the F11 Pro, the newest from Oppo, keeps us shining in the dark. Now to tell us more, please welcome Oppo's product expert, Mr. Daniel Lardizabal.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here today to present the innovations in our latest F-series smartphones. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our Oppo F11 Pro. Today, our new F11 device will truly allow you to become more than selfie expert. Since the launch of our first F-series device, we've set a high bar for taking portraits on smartphones. And we've continued to raise this bar with each new device. Now, let's take a look at the new F11 smartphones from 3 different perspectives: photography, design, and user experience. First is about photography. You know, in the past few years, the Oppo F-series selfie-focused smartphones have changed how young people capture selfies, allowing them to freely express themselves. This is an accomplishment that Oppo is very proud of. But now we make the shift, the big shift, from selfie expert to brilliant portrait. Take a look at all of our ambassadors. All of these portraits are shot using the Oppo F11 Pro. How did we make this happen? First, the F11 series is equipped with a 1/2.25-inch 48-megapixel image sensor. In terms of lenses, the F11 and F11 Pro boast an f1.79 large aperture. Together with a 6P lens, it effectively senses more light when shooting in low-light conditions so that more details are captured. With tetracell technology, the data from 4 adjacent pixels are analyzed and combined to achieve the equivalent of a single 1.6 micrometer pixel. Therefore, fourth the number of photosensitive pixels, thus improving light sensitivity and allowing our users to take clearer night portraits. Now, I'd like to talk about how we help our users look even more stunning in their portraits. To this end, we've adopted Oppo's Ultra Night Mode and Dazzle Color Mode technologies. Let's take a look at the Ultra Night Mode. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, when you use the Oppo F11 Pro later on, you can see the Ultra Night Mode. You open the back camera. There are 3 lines to your left, and you just simply click that, and the very first option, that will give you the Ultra Night Mode. Now, Ultra Night Mode can leverage AI technology and multi-frame noise reduction to achieve effects such as noise reduction, handheld stabilization, highlight suppression, and improved dynamic range to enable our users to capture levels of brightness and details that normally exceed the limits of the human eye. A key feature of the Ultra Night Mode is face detection. When you take a night portrait, the F11 series can automatically distinguish between a human face and the background. And it offers special protection for the portrait, ensuring that the portrait is the main focus of the scene. We've also added a special optimization for indoor scenes at night, especially in bars where lights are dim and complex, but also the most important social venues for young millennial people like you and me. Comparing these groups of samples, we can see that the photos taken by Oppo F11 Pro not only have more natural skin color, but are obviously clearer after zooming in. Even in the places where there is no light, more details can be observed, and the colors of bright clothes look more realistic. Through these photos, we can see this feature more intuitively. In bright light condition, dazzle color mode is another secret weapon that allows users to take stunning portraits. You might be wondering, where do you see the dazzle color mode? You open the back camera once again. At the center of the phone, you see a photo album icon. You simply press that, and there you go. The dazzle color mode. Dazzle color mode uses AI to identify specific scenes. It can accurately reconstruct colors based on different scenes, and it enhances the color expressiveness. Dazzle color mode has integrated a skin color control module, and it can perform skin color mapping with face detection enabled to obtain more vivid colors and better portrait skin colors. Through these samples, we can see that the photos taken by the Oppo F11 Pro with dazzle color mode yield a portrait skin color that is more vivid and the background color looks more real. With a 48 megapixel lens, ultra night mode, and dazzle color mode, the Oppo F11 series helps you take brilliant portraits no matter at night or by day. Now, the Oppo F11 series are not only good with their rear camera, but it's also amazing with the front camera. Here are some sample photos taken by the Oppo F11 series front camera. Ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend that you try out the portrait function when you test out our Oppo F11 series. And I guarantee all of you, you will be amazed. Now, let's watch the latest commercial of Oppo F11 Pro. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy.
Oh, you got me on my knees. Yeah, I'm begging, baby, please. Oh, little of your loving. Just a little of your loving.
F11 Pro, brilliant portrait in low light.
Now I'd like to call on my good friend, Magic Liwanag, to join me here on stage. Please help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Magic Liwanag.
Hey, what's up, Daniel?
Hi, what is up?
Hello, I'm good.
Doing good. So you are a professional photographer for how long?
Well, I've been a professional photographer for 12 years now.
12 years? Wow. Professional photographer for 12 years. You know so much about photography,
Yes.
and you've been using the Oppo F11 Pro, right?
Yes, I have.
So as a photographer, what makes the Oppo F11 Pro a must-have?
Okay, here's the thing. As a photographer, I always shoot, day, night. And we've encountered the problem of taking photos at night. And some use flash, but me, I always use I want natural. I want it all brilliant colors. So the low light condition has been a challenge for most of us. But with the F11 Pro, as a smartphone camera, it has been the powerhouse for me for expert settings. They have the expert mode where you can adjust the aperture. These technical settings as a photographer is very important. Like what you said, it has the image sensor is superb, and it has the low light portrait mode, right? For me, the most important thing about the F11 Pro as a photographer is having the manual settings. That's it.
Wow. So you can say, do you agree with me if I can say the Oppo F11 Pro is your go-to camera for your everyday needs?
Every day, but also every night. Right?
All right. Magic, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts right here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Magic Luana. Now, let's take a look at the amazing design. With our F11 series, we again drew inspiration from nature. We have two colors available, and this right here in my hand is the Thunder Black. And this represents the radiance of the night. The second color, let's imagine vibrant blue oceans interwoven with lush green continents. It's as if you are seeing the Earth from space. Using this inspiration, we've created a new gradient design, and it's called Aurora Green. In addition to a gorgeous gradient design, we've also wanted to provide the Oppo F11 Pro with an extraordinary screen. We call this the panoramic screen. Not only has the F11 Pro screen increased in size to 6.5 inches, but it also has a 90.9% screen-to-body ratio, the largest of the F series ever. For Oppo F11 Pro, you can see here we hide the front camera inside the phone to offer a complete and uninterrupted screen. You take a closer look, you see that the rising camera is quite unique. It is transparent, and its design is inspired by amber. We've applied this beauty of symmetry to the design of the Oppo F11 Pro. The rising camera is centered at the top of the phone. The front camera will automatically rise up when activated and automatically retract after use. There's also one more thing that I'd like to emphasize over here. You can see my phone right here. I go to the front camera. Boom, you see that? If I flip it over here, it kind of looks like a built-in USB right there, but no, that's actually the pop-up camera right there. The cool thing about this is that you've got the gravity sensor built in. What does that mean? Sometimes we're worried about our phone falling. Is that right? And so we've built right here a gravity sensor that detects whenever your phone will fall. So 3 to 5 centimeters just before it drops, boom, right there. Closes right away. And you can test this out yourself later on. Well, talking about the rising camera, we've prepared a video for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's check this out.
Oppo.
So that's our pop-up camera right there. Now we've arranged the rear camera on the back of the phone with the flashlight and the fingerprint sensor located on the same vertical axis and wrapped all these scattered parts together with decorative rings. And this creates a better sense of unity. With 3D sheet metal and rounded edges of the top and bottom frames, this will provide a more comfortable grip for our customers when you use the phone. And we have deliberately changed the position of the speaker to prevent the speaker from being blocked when you're playing games or talking on the phone. We've also placed the double receivers at the top of the middle frame. Even if one of the receivers is blocked, the other can still function properly. And this offers a clearer call quality. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, let's review the amazing design of the Oppo F11 Pro through this video. Everyone, this is the very beautiful Rosenthal tea from the fashion industry.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Rosenthal. You look dashing today.
Thank you.
Rosenthal, you also have a very beautiful name.
Thank you very much.
You know, actually, that was my name before.
Oh, wow. Small world.
Small world. So, Rosenthal, as someone from the fashion industry, how would you translate the design of the Oppo F11 Pro to the current trends?
That's a very good question. Oppo is always leading in the phone design department, and that's why I actually gravitated to it in terms of the colors that they've chosen. I am a fan of green. As you can see, I followed Oppo's color to the T. And what I really like about it is that, again, it's very thoughtful in how it is designed. I love that the colors were taken from nature. And in my experience in the industry, what I love about this is also the thought placed in how, for example, the cameras were placed in symmetry to, where the fingerprint lock mechanism. What I also like about it is that it's also very minimalist. So it doesn't really look busy, and it allows you to you use the functions for your calls, your photos, and, well, it just looks great in any outfit, actually. That's the basic purpose of why I really like the new F11 Pro.
All right, so wherever you go, the Oppo F11 Pro matches with you.
Definitely.
Rosenthal, thank you so very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. The Oppo phone is not only good about photography and design. In fact, at Oppo, we've made a great efforts to improve user experience. I'd like to share Oppo's efforts from 4 different perspectives: battery life, gaming, the operating system, and services. First, let's talk about battery life. In order to increase the battery life of a smartphone, you need to solve 3 problems. First, how to charge the battery quickly. Second, how to increase the battery capacity. And third, how to reduce power consumption. You may all remember that with the F9 series, we introduced our VOOC flash charging system to solve the problem of low battery anxiety. A lot of people still remember the classic 5-minute charge, 2-hour talk slogan. Well, with the F11 series, we've upgraded to VOOC 3.0 technology. And by using a new FFC algorithm, this technology can maintain high voltage through the whole charging process, even the final trickle charging state. And it shortens the trickle charging time by 20 minutes. It further improves the charging speed. Ladies and gentlemen, this means the Oppo F11 Pro can be fully charged within 80 minutes. It's 20% faster than VOOC. Secondly, the Oppo F11 series is equipped with a 4,000 milliampere per hour battery. It's 500 milliampere per hour increase in battery capacity compared to the previous generation. This ensures our users can enjoy a long-lasting battery life. And lastly, the Oppo F11 Pro has several optimizations to reduce the power consumption and increase the battery life. The CPU can transform into multi-threaded task processing, splitting a large task into multiple smaller tasks that are processed simultaneously. The display featured in the F11 series is equipped with RAM, which can store data transferred from the CPU to reduce real-time refresh and reduce power consumption during static scenarios like browsing photos. Apart from increasing battery life through upgraded hardware, we have also optimized the software. We use various methods to accurately monitor and optimize app power consumption. Our software also optimizes power consumption based on different scenarios. For example, if a phone is out of service when its user is on a plane or the subway, the invalid interaction between the phone and the base station will be reduced automatically to minimize power consumption. Moreover, with intelligent deep sleep mode, app background tasks will be reduced automatically to minimize standby power consumption when users are sleeping. So, faster charging technology, a larger capacity battery, and lower power consumption all combined to bring you a longer battery life. The Oppo F11 Pro, you can enjoy 15.5 hours of battery for everyday use, up to 12 hours for continuous videos, and 5.5 hours for online gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check out this video that we've prepared for you. Please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another ambassador that we brought here today, and please help me welcome Lorene Uy.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Wow, ever stylish. You are a lifestyle blogger and vlogger, right?
Yes, I am.
So as a lifestyle blogger and vlogger, I can just imagine your life must be very busy and as a multitasker. I'm pretty sure you get to maximize the use of your phone on a daily basis.
Yes, actually, I do travel quite a lot for work and kailangan lagi kong hawak yung phone ko. So it's so important for me to always use my phone. And with the F11 Pro's VOOC 3.0 fast charging technology and battery life, it just gives me a big sigh of relief that my phone can get me through the day without the hassle of waiting for my phone to be fully charged or getting low bat. So, sobrang okay nun for my line of work. And I'm always on my phone keeping up with social media. I do have a lot of accounts. I have Instagram, Twitter. I also have YouTube and blogs. So it's always important for me to keep updating my followers on Instagram. And of course, there are times that when my phone dies, wala na. But with VOOC 3.0, my phone is alive and again in just 80 minutes. And also, the high performance of F11 Pro supports my multitask and it always keeps me online.
Wow. It sounds like the Oppo F11 Pro is perfect for those who are always on the go, just like you.
Yes. And I mean, everyone, lahat tayo laging may hawak na phone and we always,
That's right.
we don't want it to die. So this is perfect.
Wow. Lorene, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts right here.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lorene Uy. In the past, when it came to achieving a smooth gaming experience, consumers would often first think of upgrading their hardware. However, we believe that software optimization is a more competitive solution. So far, the number of ColorOS users worldwide has exceeded to 250 million. And today, Oppo F11 Pro will become the first smartphone equipped with the new ColorOS 6. Let's watch a video to give you a feel for the beauty of the borderless design of ColorOS 6. Another thing to highlight is Oppo Cloud Service. This allows you to automatically back up everything in your phone. When you use a new phone, you only need to log in to your Oppo account to access your information from the cloud and download to your new device. It's as simple as that. Also, Oppo Cloud Service provides users with a 5 GB of storage space for free. And this can store an average of 2,560 photos. Now, let's have a more comprehensive understanding of the ColorOS 6 with this feature video. Let's highlight several specific features. First, in order to speed up the phone, we have independently developed our own performance acceleration engine. And it's called Oppo HyperBoost. It enhances the user experience at the system level. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this video to learn more about HyperBoost.
What is HyperBoost? You must have been bothered by phone lags. Apart from hardware failures, it is possibly due to the low communication efficiency between the application and system resources. Thus, the utilization of hardware is incomplete. To solve this problem, Oppo develops a full scene, system-level resource scheduling optimization solution named HyperBoost. It can realize the real-time two-way conversation between application and system resources, making your mobile phone operate more smoothly. So how does a HyperBoost work? We would like to compare the running application to a working project and hardware platform to technical workers. Usually, a lack of information transmission exists between the two. Workers can only carry out their work step by step. Once they meet high-intensity work or emergencies, it was difficult for them to cope with the problem. Now, a captain named HyperBoost comes to the rescue. He is so experienced to predict the starting time and technical requirements of each project. Once needed, he can send out more workers in mission timely. Thus, the running speed is highly improved. Talking about the improvements you can truly experience now, there are three aspects mainly: system, game, and application. In the aspects of system, the operations of more than 20 basic scenes such as navigation and camera will be much smoother. The startup speed can be increased by up to 31.91%. When playing games, HyperBoost can also ensure high frame rate and stable network. By now, you must have learned a lot about HyperBoost. In the future, HyperBoost will continue optimizing, aiming to serve you with the topmost user experience.
You know, for daily operations, HyperBoost has enhanced the Oppo F11 Pro for a faster and more responsive experience. For example, up to 31% faster launch when you use Facebook, up to 27% faster when you go back to home, and up to 19% faster when you swipe to the next screen. We've also provided a more immersive gaming experience. We've optimized gaming performance, and as you can see over here, you can tell the difference. Also, Oppo has developed two very useful tools to help our users enjoy an immersive gaming experience. One is Game Space. This application is designed by Oppo. It allows you to store more than 50 games in one place. You can think of this as your own personal arcade right in your phone. And also, to maximize the resources in your smartphone, you can select one of the three modes. There's high performance mode, there's balance mode, and there's low power consumption mode. The other is Game Assistant. Game Assistant supports shortcut operations such as notification blocking, message reminders, multitask, fast processing, screen capturing, and screen recording. So, when you're playing games, you will not be interrupted and you just simply enjoy the fun and excitement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we already know a lot about the Oppo F11 series product. But you know what? There's something else that makes an outstanding user experience. And it's not just the product features. It's also about customer service. And actually, Oppo is the leading customer service all over the world. And in the Philippines, we are even much better. We have 23 service centers nationwide to best serve all of our Oppo users. We also have 30 Oppo concept stores that offer customer service. We have the most branches that offer customer service run directly by Oppo. We don't employ third-party assistants. We are also proud to highlight our 1-hour flash fix. This means it will just take less than 1 hour to fix your phone. Oppo is the first company in the Philippines to offer this service, and we have a success rate of a magnificent 98%. And to make it even more convenient for our customers, aside from walk-in customers, our customers can also book appointments online so they can skip the waiting time. We also do not apply service charge fees in all of our service offerings. And for our newly launched units, we offer a 1-month replacement guarantee upon purchase. With the Oppo F11 Pro, we are also launching our new app, and it's called the Oppo Service. Oppo Service allows our users to check prices of different Oppo products, search for nearby service centers, track the repair process, and make use of online consultation as well as the user guide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Oppo F11 Pro. The future is in our hands. You've got a great device for photography, stunning design, powerful performance, and the user experience, well, you gotta try it out later on. Oppo F11 Pro can be the extension of who you are and who you could be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the most exciting part of today. Let's move on to the next part. Thank you very much.
The Oppo F11 Pro brings together these men and women who shine brilliantly in the dark. Ladies and gentlemen, Oppo's brand ambassadors. Lifestyle guru Maureen Uy.
Oh my gosh. Easy.
Lifestyle digital curator Issa Pressman.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The country's first female MC, Marga Bermudez. Celebrity photographer, Magic Liwanag. International surfer, Ruth Landrigan. Fashion designer Rosenthal T. Together with Oppo, our brand ambassadors continue to capture beautiful memories and inspiring moments as they shine brighter than the rest. Once again, Oppo's brand ambassadors, Maureen Uy, Issa Pressman, Margot Bermudez, Magic Liwanag, Luke Landrigan, Rosenthal T.
A round of applause, please, for Oppo's brand ambassadors. We're very, very, very happy indeed to have all these experts in their own field as part of the family. Welcome to Oppo, and I'm sure you all have great stories to tell. Thank you also to the wonderful music of the Hernandez brothers and Abdel Aziz. Thank you so much. Now, they say that every photo has a story, and today Oppo commits to reimagining all of these stories, because with the F11 Pro, Oppo is transitioning from being a selfie expert to having brilliant portraits. It's really, really nice from time to time to turn the camera away from you and just capture all of the stories, the beautiful stories in front of you. And time again, year after year, I keep on saying this. I love how Oppo keeps on getting better and better, not just in terms of technology, but also in terms of design. And more importantly, they keep up with the latest trends. So do you agree with me that portraits are now very much in trend? We all love taking our portraits. And speaking of portraits, I'm sure you all have different stories in your own fields, in your own careers. But I want to know your secret in taking that perfect portrait? I'm sure we all have our styles. We all have our favorite shots. Let's start with Marga. How do you do it? You are mostly working at night as an MC.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm actually in the nightlife industry, so that means I'm always in dark places, if not low light. So upon using the Oppo F11 Pro, this definitely helps me capture those moments, especially on stage and off stage when the lights are, it's not bright.
Very dim.
Yes, it is. So it works
That's
the
our
best
problem,
for-
right?
yes.
Sometimes like everybody wants us to post photos, but then like how do I post because it's past 6 p.m. or it's super late at night.
Exactly.
So what's your favorite thing that you post online whenever you're working? What post? Can you show us your post?
Oh,
Meron ka bang
well,
specific post na?
I'm not so
Paano ba
much
yung
of a
ano?
poser, but I really do like taking pictures when I'm on stage because I get to capture the crowd,
The
and
party
the moment,
scene.
and the things that's going around around me. Yeah, so that would be my favorite pose or subject.
And now we can tell that story better.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Now
Thank
let's
you.
go to Magic. So
Hello.
Magic, of course, is a professional
Hello.
photographer. I want to talk to him. I want to know his secret. What's the secret in taking a very good, nice portrait?
You mean a brilliant portrait?
Yes, a
Yes.
brilliant portrait.
Well, the secret for me, one of the best things that I love about the F11 Pro is having the expert mode. Like what I said earlier, you can maximize what you have as long as you know how to use it. And for me, having those settings, having those manual settings, is just
Because
top-notch for me.
the tiniest difference can make a difference, right? Can like move it to the right and move it to the left.
Yes. And it's very easy to use. It's very convenient because you have it in your pocket every time.
It's like having your own professional camera in your phone. Yes.
You can say that.
Let's go to Isa. So Isa, I went through your feed earlier and
Oh.
and I saw that you're an artist.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So what do you create?
I usually do paintings, drawings on canvas, oil, and acrylic.
So you are very much in tune with details for sure.
Yes, details and color. That's why if you'd ask me, my favorite would be the Dazzle color mode. Because you know how sometimes when there's a painting that you want to take a picture of or you want to post it online, it doesn't really get to translate. You don't see how the painting actually looks like. But then with the Oppo F11 Pro, it gets to translate the real colors that I actually use.
And even in the dark.
Yes.
When sometimes the light makes the colors dull.
Yes,
You can make it come
especially
out.
during indoors. Like I don't have to bring out my painting out to the sun to see the real color.
Wow.
Indoors is fine and great. Yeah.
And there's also another feel to it, some kind of drama when it's
Yes.
in the dark, right?
That's true. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Rosenthal. She is also my
Hi.
designer, by the way. Very beautiful. Okay, so how about you? What is how do you use the portrait mode? What's your secret to being able to capture your designs in the best way that you want them to come
Well,
out?
as in design, steady hands, of course, definitely helps in taking photos. So what I really love about the Oppo F11 Pro is the expert mode because in the pieces that I do and the clients who wear my pieces, mostly their events happen at night. So I don't really get to capture details of their gowns or their evening wear dresses as well as the F11 Pro. So at least in that sense, like I can show more of the detailing in its real
Yes.
setting and not in a set up studio where I
I
have
rem-
to put
I actually
everything on
remember
bright.
a moment with you because I was hosting the Mr. and Miss Chinatown pageant,
Yes.
and we had to look for the light.
Yes, exactly.
We had to look for the spotlight to
But then
get
at
that
least with
photo.
the F11 Pro, I don't need to do that anymore.
We
I
can
do-
go anywhere.
Exactly.
All right, like now we go to Luke. Luke is always in the water. Wait, so how do you take the perfect portrait?
Well, yeah, like nasabi na kanina, like ilang beses, I really like the low light mode of this because I travel a lot. I'm as a surfer. We're always in adventures, traveling and surfing, and part of coaching the national team, we're always training before competitions. So whenever we travel, it's not always sunny and beach vibe. Sometimes it's gloomy. So with that feature, it makes my photos extra pretty. And I really like how it charges in 80 minutes, and you can use it for like 15.5 hours.
That's right, because actually, favorite ko pagdating sa surfing is when the sun is about to set, that's just the perfect photo, but then you have like only a few minutes to chase, and we like taking a lot of versions just to get that perfect, perfect pose that we want. At least now, even if it's darker, we can do something about it with our F11 Pro.
That's right.
Now I want to go to Lorene. Lorene is definitely a multitasker. I've seen her everywhere around the world. She is a vlogger. She models. She goes everywhere.
Lahat na.
Prepared for everything. Ikaw naman, ano bang secret mo in taking that perfect portrait in all of your whatever obligations you may have?
I feel like when I started using Oppo, sobrang gaan nung feeling because I used to have a big camera all the time, and I'm not a professional photographer like Magic, but I do love taking a lot of photos. So when I tried using Oppo, it really game changer siya. And like everyone else, I do love taking photos during the day, but I also love taking photos at night, mga memories. But before, I couldn't take it so much because I feel like hindi ganong kaganda yung quality. With the Oppo F11 Pro, I really saw the difference. They have a nightscape mode, and you see all the details. So now I do take a lot of night photos as well. You can see it on my Instagram account. Wow, promote.
Now we can actually see what Lorene is like at night.
Yeah, konti lang.
Pero ang tanong kasi, di ba, selfie expert, iba na ngayon.
Yes.
Brilliant portraits.
I love
So you
it.
need somebody to take it for you. Who takes your portraits for you?
Secret.
Okay, ako maghahanap pa ako.
Sige.
Now, as we say, with the F11 Pro, the darker the moment, the brighter you shine. And that is what you get with this amazing phone over here. Let's give a round of applause once again to all of our Oppo F11 series brand ambassadors, Magic Liwanag, Lorene Uy, Rosenthal T, Marga Berbunes, Isa Pressman, and Luke Landrigan. Thank you so much. All right, and at this point, now I know you are all hyped up about this phone. There's just so many features that we're all excited to use, not just with the brilliant portraits. We also have a faster system for gaming, longer battery life, faster charge. But I think we all have one question in mind, all of us in this room. How much exactly is this phone, the F11 Pro? And to give us that number, let's call in the Vice President of Channel Sales of Oppo Philippines himself. Let's all welcome to the stage, Mr. Zen Han.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a very special day for us. Back into 2016, when we first launched the F1 until now, F11 Pro is the 12th F-series smart model in the Philippines. We do have F1, F1S, F3, F3 Plus, F5, F5 Youth and 128 gig, F7, F7 Youth and 128 gig. Next is F9. So now comes with F11 series. I would like to thank you for your support in every part of our journey. Based on the weekly reports, we noticed that every F-series model is the #1 selling model at this price range in Memo Express, Abenson, and other dealers in this price point. The F-series is indeed one of the most popular smart models chosen by our Filipino users. From 2016 up until this day, we have a total of more than 2 million F-series users. This is how successful and loved our F-series is. So for the newest generation of F11 series, we have F11 Pro and F11. The first one, F11 Pro, with a gradient design, it comes with a 6.5-inch panoramic screen, a racing front camera, and 48 plus 5 megapixel dual rear cameras, VOOC 3.0, and runs the well-known Oppo owns operating system, ColorOS 6.0. And F11 carries most of wonderful features of F11 Pro, including VOOC 3.0, 6 plus 64 gigabytes, and 4,000 milliampere battery, and absolutely the exciting 48 plus 5 megapixel dual rear camera with unique ultra night mode. When I see the F series, there are two words come to my mind, which is game changer. Aside from changing the people's impression of a selfie expert, based on our previous experience, the popular F series strengthens our continuous confidence in the purchasing power of Filipino, especially with the continuously growing of economy. And it motivates us to innovate even more and develop phones with better and more premium features. The newest F11 Pro with a brilliant portrait in low light will definitely be a hit to growing consumers market. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that you've all been waiting for, we will be offering the Oppo F11 Pro with a price of 18,990 pesos. I invite you to pre-order your very own F11 Pro starting tomorrow, March 28th. And you will get the Rockspace Muse Bluetooth speaker worth 2,499 pesos. And you can claim your F11 Pro and the freebies starting from April 6th. We are making it even more accessible with different payment options. We released 0% campaign with financial institutions. Through home credit, consumer can do the pre-order with F11 Pro at down payment minimum of 20% of the price at 0% interest with 9 months and 12 months to pay. You can avail the product with no cash out at 0% interest and the 12 months to pay with BDO and Metrobank. So more surprises are coming. We are also working closely with our operators. Globe users can avail the F11 Pro through plan 1499 with 0 cash out. Let me introduce the Globe, our friends from Globe. All right. So, also Smart provide an exclusive plan with 1099 for Oppo F11 only. Say hi with our Smart. Okay, thank you for your support. Okay, that's it. It's that easy. That's our news about F11 Pro. So F11 series has the biggest megapixel in the mobile phone. We hope that you will also love this product as much as we do. I'd like to thank everyone in joining us today. A big thanks to all of the people in Oppo as well. We made it today wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Han.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zen Han. For that, I'm sure you're all excited to get the Oppo F11 Pro. Am I right? Yes? Now, I'm sure a lot of people in this room can get that phone for one paycheck only, $89.90. Very, very affordable for all of those features. And more good news, a lot of good news to come, as Mr. Zenhan mentioned. But I know, let's be honest here, it's not good news all the time. We don't get good news every day. Sometimes we get traffic, sometimes we get disturbing news on our feed, sometimes we get water interruptions. So how do we keep shining in the dark? Let's all watch this.
We all have darkness in our lives.
The moments we feel hopeless.
Scared and ready to give up.
But darkness isn't forever.
Trust us, we've gone through it too.
Because when you push through the dark times, you shine brighter. The darker the moment, the brighter you shine.
Oppo F11 Pro. Brilliant portrait in low light.
Once again, a round of applause for Oppo's brand ambassadors. All right, in a short while, we will be revealing the newest smartphone powerhouse from Oppo. But before that, let's have a photo op with all of the ambassadors on stage. Isa Pressman, Magic Liwanag, Rosetal T, Lorene Uy, and Luke Landrigan. Now let's call on our Oppo executives to join our photo op on stage. Mr. Damon Wang, Miss Jane Wan, Mr. Zenhan, and Mr. Daniel Lardizabal. so much to our Oppo F11 series brand ambassadors as well as our executives, Mr. Damon Huang, Ms. Jane Juan, Mr. Zen Han, and Mr. Daniel Alardizabal. Thank you so much for joining us. And now, I think it's time to experience the newest from Oppo. Join us as we discover the F11 Pro together. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To experience the F11 Pro from Oppo. Keep shining in the dark. In reviewing your social media posts from this afternoon, Oppo picked 4 lucky winners who will go home today with their own Oppo F11 Pro phones. Please check the screens for the winners' names. Congratulations! You may claim your prizes at the registration area. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Please enjoy the rest of the evening with the music of the Hernandez brothers.